Welcome back. Hello, everybody. We stopped with the last time with the Patricians and Plebeians and some of the political and social tensions and gains that Rome made. It's important to note that, it was obviously, you know, a very unique thing for democracy to occur and for the lower classes to be able to partake in government. Wasn't perfect yet, all right, and that Rome hadn't worked everything out. Like they said, Rome wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't. It took the course of centuries to sort it out. All right. Now, one of the things that's going to occur is, and this is different than Athens, and I've been trying to make comparisons here to Athens with the tensions in the social classes and the development of democracy and that. But the one thing that is very, very different politically is that Rome is going to expand. Athens never really expands, even after the success in the Punic War or in the Persian Wars and that, they never really expand, Obviously, they do very well for themselves, but they don't go out and form an empire and conquer the way in which we think of empires doing. Rome, however, does it. And this right here, the ancient Romans called the Mediterranean Sea Mare Nostrum, and meaning our sea. And it's kind of like we own this. So this is, we go back to Rome is this tiny little city-state here, and then all of a sudden they are going to expand. And the reason for their expansion is going to be very similar to Athens again. They fight the Mediterranean power, North African power, Carthage, all right? And they're going to fight 3 Punic Wars. The second one is the most deciding of all of the wars. And as a result of beating Carthage and their famous general Hannibal, Rome gains a ton of political clout through the Mediterranean, all right? And when you think about this is somewhere in the mid-200s BCE, and as a result, Alexander the Great's empire is gone, or on its way, like he is dead anyways, all right, by about 100 years. And Rome starts to expand, all right. Now, I'll show you a little map here in a second, but Punic versus Persian Wars, and there's similarities and there's differences, all right, between how each side benefited from their victories, all right. Remember, Punic is Rome, Persian Wars is Greece, there is Athens. With the similarities is Rome and Greece were both the underdogs, all right. Rome and Athens were both the underdogs, and both won unexpected victories, huge victories. No one ever in a million years would have thought that they could pull this off, and they did. All right. Both victories brought wealth and prestige to Rome and Athens, and both gained control over the Mediterranean Sea, right? That was definitely, and that was huge because of the Silk Road trade and everything that was going to be coming from Asia going towards Europe. Now the difference is, though, was that Rome left Italy to defend itself and attacked Carthage, and I'll show you the map and all that. Second, Rome won on its own. Kinda, they had some help, but they didn't go to anybody else like Sparta, like the Athenians did, all right? And then finally, Rome used this newfound power to expand and conquer. Athens did not. Athens stayed just a small city-state. Rome is going to use this success to expand out. All right? And you will see. So in the beginning, here's Rome, and the Italian peninsula was kind of theirs. And Carthage is down here in North Africa, and this is their capital city. So not too far away, but it's separated by the sea. And here's Sicily here. And so what's going to happen is that in the Second Punic War, essentially Hannibal, all right, Hannibal is going to leave North Africa, come up into Spain, and he's got this huge army, and he's got elephants in this army, and the elephants were something that the Romans just couldn't handle. Elephants, if you ask Alexander the Great in India, when he tried to conquer India, elephants were a huge problem for him, all right? They're a pretty good war animal. But, so he takes these guys, and these elephants in this huge army, and to get into Italy, he has to cross the Alps. And unfortunately, elephants don't climb mountains very well. And they don't deal with cold temperatures, and it's slow moving, and he loses a good chunk of his army, but he makes it through, all right? And as a result, as he's now coming through Italy, you can see that these are Hannibal's victories. Everybody in Rome is like, crap, we're not going to be able to stop Hannibal. He is going to whoop our butt. So, Romans' victories, Rome puts their hands in the name of a general called Scipio. All right, sounds like a peanut butter. But he leaves Rome and says, I'm not going to beat him here in Italy. I need to go attack Carthage. And so Scipio takes off and he attacks Carthage. And while he's down here, he befriends some African tribes who are very good warriors and kind of like Sparta, but goes and just says, hey, you will have these type of agreements and these benefits if we can beat Carthage here. And they agree and they turn sides. And so when Hannibal gets all the way down and word comes back that Scipio is attacking Carthage, rather than stay in Rome and just occupy this, he leaves and he comes back to fight Scipio down here. And when he finds out that his African friends have turned on him, Scipio defeats Hannibal. And it is a huge victory. But again, if you take a look, this territory, like in here, is gained by Italy, by Rome, right? These islands are gained by Rome. This is huge amounts of territory. They are essentially going to, by the Third Punic War, Hannibal's been exiled, all the rest. They are taking over northern Africa. So the Punic Wars were a huge victory for Rome, all right? And during the Republican era, you can see now that all of this, like yellowish orange and the brown, is all expansion, all right, underneath the Roman Republic. And this, going up into Gaul is what they refer to as like France for the most part, and this occurs right up to the point of about Julius Caesar, which ends the Roman Republic. So with that being said, you guys have a great day. We'll talk about the end and the beginning of the empire later. All right, Matt, go to counseling. All right, see you guys.
We'll see you later, Sharpe.
Meow. Meow.